Hello and welcome to the first Non-Fungible Creator Show in 2022. First of all, Happy New Year to all of you. This is your host, Non-Fungible TC, Non-Fungible Today, and Non-Fungible Tomorrow. Today, we are very happy to have Andras from CTR10000 with us on our show today. So, Andras, how are you doing?
Doing very well, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you for being on the show. This is our first show for this year, so really glad to kick it off with you. So can you tell us more about yourself, your background, and your journey in crypto?
Sure. I was CMO at the Deribit Exchange for almost 3 years. Um, from beginning of early 2019 till a couple months ago, and it was a great. I was in crypto from 2016, but Deribit was my first professional experience in crypto. Founder Marius Jansen, Deribit was still a pretty small company back then. And I met Marius, and he said that they wanted to start doing some marketing. I said that's cool. I used to be in events. I'm very interested in crypto. I was already investing from 2016, and I didn't know what to expect. I didn't have any experience in finance, but I took the jump, and started helping them. Created insights, Deribit Insights, together with the team and Suzu and Hasu. And basically I was responsible for all marketing efforts of the company. Wow, so it was a great experience. So this was my and my first, I think, so this was my first professional experience, and now that I'm finished, now that I have like a good 3 years there, meeting a lot of people, learning a lot about the space. It's time to dive deeper in Web3 and learn how it's going to change the internet. And
wow,
and
so you have been.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. So you have been in this space for about more than 5 years right now.
Yeah.
Also, within these 5 years, you basically experienced how crypto has changed. Before there weren't any NFTs. You basically you saw everything, right? So what's your thought on this?
Sorry?
Like, what do you think about this? Like, you've seen how crypto evolved, right? First of all, it's just like Bitcoin, and then now we have Ethereum, and then now we have different type of blockchains. We have NFTs, we have blockchain gaming. So what is your initial thought towards this?
When I actually went into crypto. I used to have an event promotion company in the Netherlands. I organized some of the largest electronic music festivals: Amsterdam Open Air Festival, Valhalla, all like 20, 30,000 plus festivals. This used to be my bread and butter. And after I did that for almost 15 years, I really wanted to do something else. And I sold my company. I was kind of lost for a while. And then I think I saw a video of Anton Antonopoulos talking about Bitcoin to some committee in, I think it was Canada. And I was, deeply fascinated. Then I was going online, and I think I saw a video of Vitalik. And I was even more fascinated. And since then, I went into the rabbit hole. And what drew me to crypto was the anti-establishment side of things. I didn't. I think the possibility to create like generational wealth was in basic was secondary. I mean, this is like the whole meme, right? You can make a lot of money if you create value in the space, or if you just trade good or if you survive. I think you can. But for me, I think the anti-establishment, the idea that there's technology that can create a new way of coordinate business. This was for me what drew me into crypto initially. And, so yeah, and what
Yes.
I think about all the for me, I experienced first. I think it was all about when I first came in. It was all about Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Mm,
Uh, I experienced the ICO boom.
mm,
I experienced having a very large portfolio that went back to minus 97%. So I survived that.
mhm,
It's actually very interesting to see that if you're early enough, you can afford to make can also afford to make some mistakes and catch on in later cycles.
mm,
And I think in general, um, what really interesting what's now my focus of attention is how Web3 can evolve the music industry, because I used to work
mm,
at festivals. I know a lot of famous DJs and artists in the Netherlands and abroad, and I also know that a lot of them are struggling right now,
mm,
especially since most of them can perform.
mm,
And I think Web3 and it could offer a solution to a lot of artists
mhm,
um, to get out of signing shitty deals and shitty publishing deals and
mm,
take more responsibility over their business.
mm. Okay, so this goes to our next question, and that is you're here to tell us more about CTR 10,000, and so can you tell us more about the project and what was your inspiration? So you kind of hinted it just now.
Yeah, so CTR 10,000 is an experimental project. It's actually um, my first step into Web3. I gathered some people around me,
Mm,
a developer and two famous designers from the Netherlands who I know for a long time. Um, and what I wanted to create is a user-generated NFT project. So basically, in crypto tape recordings, anyone can free mint one of the 10K tape recorders um, by creating, like recording via our DApp or importing some existing audio. And this audio is being combined with a video of of a retro tape recorder. Um, this creates your ultimate NFT. And basically, these vocals can be, it could be anything. It could be a piece of spoken word. Could be some existing audio that you already have. It could be just some thoughts or a rant or a rap or a song, whatever. And what I hope is to see if we can find some unexpected things to uh, to this user generated effort to using.
mm,
So that was basically the idea. Uh,
mhm,
and we created it in such a way that so users can either record or import audio, and users
mhm,
can choose to retain the rights of the underlying recording, or they can upload as public domain, so under
mm,
CCO license. And the idea is that the whole sample bank, the whole collection could function as a sample bank for
mm,
producers. So obviously, I hope, and it might be a bit wishful, but I hope that um, people will record some interesting things,
mm,
um, and that ultimately producers can either use any of the samples that are uploaded on their CCO license, uh,
Mm-hmm.
or they can clear tracks that are actually where users uploaded or recorded but retain the rights. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, it's really an experiment. It's an experiment.
Yep. So like we talked before the show, and then you kind of shared about your vision in how this is kind of like a crowdsourced sample bank, but
Correct.
rather than going to like a royalty free website to download sample banks, why not do it with the community? And that and the reason why this project is a free mint is that you want more people to be involved, and so they don't have there's no barrier to entry. And yeah, I think that's very interesting. Especially like I really like your art. As we see on the screen, all of these NFTs are 3D animated tape recorders. Is that correct?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
So as a scene, there is different rarities on the screen. Like there's actually 65 virtual wheel-to-wheel tape recorder with the unique voice recording, and then there's different rarities. And in the website, you said do not use copyright material. So, yeah, out of curiosity, what you just shared just now is that you hope that people would record something, import it as an NFT, and then in the future you'll have like a library where producers, musicians can tap into, and to use them. So, once these producers and musicians use these NFTs, are the creator of the NFTs gonna be paid through a royalty or something like that? How does the royalty works?
Yeah. So um, we have a splitter contract, and OpenSea distributes royalties, I believe, monthly.
Mm-hmm.
And what we want to do, and this is also like an interesting part of this project, is that we want to redispatch um, secondary sales royalties to the original creator of the NFT. So this is normal practice if you create an NFT on OpenSea, but this is not normal practice if you create or if you buy a general NFT. So in this case, you could you could record some audio, mint one of the tape recorders. You can hold on to it. People can use the audio that is added to the NFT. But you could also decide, like, okay, this is cool. I'm going to sell my NFT, but still earn on secondary sales royalties. Um, so this is, and we're going to redispatch these secondary sales royalties to the public, to the address that originally minted and created the recording and thus the NFT. So yeah,
Oh.
that's what we. I think we thought that was fair,
Mm-hmm.
um, and that was a good way to yeah to involve the community and yeah sort of give incentive for their efforts.
Absolutely. And for those of you who are watching this video, you guys are still early, because this thing is going to be minted after 4 days. Is that correct? Public
Correct.
minting
Yeah,
will start at 4 days.
yeah.
There's no whitelisting, no pre-sale, but just upload your own original audio.
No, so I have to be honest. There's like because there's because it's a free mint, and I will do this from out of pocket cash. Um, there's not a lot of marketing budget.
Mm-hmm.
So at the moment, like for yeah, and this was also actually an interesting part of the this whole project is to experiment how it is or experience how it is to actually launch an NFT project.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the moment it's like, I mean, as soon as you advertise or you post that you're launching somewhere, the amount of people that are like with paid followers um, that are DMing you and have a deal and oh I can do this for 4K and I can do this for
Mm-hmm.
2 ETH and I could do this for that for
Yeah.
3 ETH. It's crazy, especially on Instagram. But
Exactly. Exactly.
Twitter as well. I mean, NFT um, NFT marketing and NFT Instagram is really a nasty, dirty place, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Um, so because this is like most people that they see, okay, if we sell out 20%, we can invest this amount in marketing, and then they pay for all these massively overpriced marketing channels or
Mm-hmm.
so I didn't I'm on Next Drop and a couple other uh, like NFT calendars, but I didn't do massive marketing for it. And
Mm-hmm.
personally, I am fine if it takes a reasonable time for it to sell out.
Yeah.
Um, that would be
And
okay. Hopefully the gas cost doesn't continue to rise
yeah.
uh, in the meantime, because otherwise it will still be hard.
Yeah. But I think this is a long-term experimental project, to be honest, because you're trying to build a sample bank, right? So what it means is that hopefully this video could let more people understand the vision that you have for your project, and you're trying to find people who are not looking for a flip. You get what I mean? But people who
Exactly.
genuinely, yeah, and also musicians. Like you said, the reason why what inspired you to start this project is that in the Netherlands, you see a lot of musicians, because of COVID, they can't, perform and things like that. So you want to create something and to use this as probably as a proof of concept that hey, actually NFTs could be used for good. We could, use the collaborative efforts of the community and to do something. Or we could produce a track that is, all from the NFT. I mean, this would be really, really cool. And then,
Exactly. And
yeah.
that's exactly what we're trying, and it's also um, I think I kind of imagine that this project will probably hopefully take off um, after somebody actually created the track um, with one of the audio samples that users recorded, because then you see the full life cycle of the original idea.
Yeah.
And I have some cool artists that I know from back in the days who are actually willing to create something and who are also going to upload some stuff. So uh, I I expect this project to actually to not be it's not a money grab.
Mm.
I don't even think I'll um, uh, uh, recoup my investments, but I do think that uh, it can be very, very interesting, and also to show that to show, because also to show that you can do something interesting with a community, that you can co-create, collaborate through NFTs. Because even in my um, surroundings, like in my friends and families, there's um, it's not a lot of people who are in NFTs. I think
Mm-hmm.
it looks big because we're inside, but it's tiny. It's most
Yeah.
people are looking at us like, what the fuck are they doing? Why do we need this? What's
Mm-hmm.
doesn't make sense. Why do so? Yeah, this is an I think it's a friendly, honest experiment, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I hope it's gonna be fun. I really hope some unexpected stuff to happen, because
Mm.
actually the original, like one of the ideas as well that I started is that um, like in house music, and there's um, DJs and producers used to mix up interviews, small quotes, um,
Mm.
use those vocal samples, chop them up, and create tracks with small voiceovers, like from.
Mm.
So this was kind of the idea to, um, if we have these interesting, fun voiceovers from people from the crypto community,
Mm.
producers across the world could potentially use that and create um, uh, super dope tracks with it, which could serve as like a mimetic value, and bring back value actually to the holders. Um,
Mm.
So these are all the potential ifs, but obviously we'll have to just wait and see and do our best to make some of these things happen.
Yeah, absolutely. So after 4 days, right? You do have some behind the scenes that you can share with us, right? What after 4 days, basically people could start minting. What would the process be?
Yeah. Okay. I'd love to. Yeah. So I just gave a little sneak peek um, of the app. So it's a single page app. Either you click here, record and mint. So you click the record button. The time, everyone has 3 minutes max.
Mm,
Uh, so the time code starts running from 3 minutes when you click record. Then you can speak into your computer laptop's microphone. You can click stop or press replay to check how it sounds. If you recorded audio, your WAV file shows here. So we have, it says here Black Betty. That's like the title, like a placeholder title.
mm,
Before you can actually mint your recording, you have to add a title, add the description if you want to,
mm,
um, and then you can press mint recording, and then this little image here, the tape recorder, starts
mm,
flipping like all different kinds of tape recorders, and then when there's success, um, the system feeds the rarity level that you minted,
mm,
basically. Um, it's pretty much the same flow for if you want to import something that you recorded already in your studio or some audio that you own. You just press the import and mint, and it's
mm.
exactly the same flow. But instead of recording, you just add your audio.
Okay. So if they record it, right? And if they did not get it right the first time, can they re-record the whole thing?
Yeah, unless you mint it, of course, and then it's
Uh,
immutable.
okay. So they press the record button, they record it, and then they didn't like it, right? They could press the stop button and press record, and it would be a new recording.
They can press the stop button, and they have to refresh.
Okay. Okay. So remember, if you did not get it right the first time, refresh, record again.
Yeah, and you will actually see your waveform, so you can listen,
Mm,
like click through your waveform to actually see if you're like. So yeah, I'm pretty proud. It's not completely finished. We have to work quite hard for the last couple of days, but it's actually a
mm.
pretty little dab um, for an
Yeah.
NFT.
Yeah.
Um,
I really like your whole look and feel. It goes back to the 80s, right? You were saying that this
yeah,
is
yeah,
tape recording
it's
for the
80s retro style, kind of like your some of
yeah, my
um,
TVs and my my
your
graphics, right?
TV. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
why I reach out to you
Quite
and
an
thank
old,
you
I'm
for
quite an old
yeah.
guy actually. So yeah.
So about I think there's a question that everyone could be asking is that how do you prevent people from uploading copyright songs? Is there anything to stop them or in this video why would you discourage people from uploading copyrighted songs?
I mean, it's not really cool to like potentially you can make money with this NFT. So if you're um, uh, use someone else's audio and sell that, I mean, it's kind of scammy behavior. So like in first place, it's uncool. Secondly, it will probably get DMCA'd.
Mm,
Um, so one, it's uncool. It get DMCA'd. Um, we can't do much about it. There's no we cannot check if somebody uploaded yeah some I don't know Katy Perry song or something.
mhm,
But I'm pretty sure that the NFT will be taken down in most marketplaces.
mhm,
Uh,
mhm.
yeah. So,
So
but there's no advanced artificial intelligence system built
Mm-hmm.
in to check if it's my expectations actually is that the majority of people will respect the experiment, and
Mm-hmm.
we also have pop-ups. There's also quite like after you before you can actually mint. I was actually forgot to explain that in the flow. You
Mm-hmm.
see pop-ups asking you whether you want to upload the recording under whether you want to be credited and whether you want it to be uploaded, whether you want your recording to be uploaded as CCO license, or do you want to retain your copyrights? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
if you see all those pop-ups and you still think, oh, it's a cool idea to upload this, I don't know, Drake song, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's. I mean, it could happen. I cannot. I tell you honestly, you cannot prevent it.
Yeah.
But my expectations is that it's a very
Mm-hmm.
tiny. And if it's not, um, then it's a learning experience, right?
But just in case people are watching this and who are planning to upload some copyrighted songs, as what you said, you have to pay gas fees to mint an NFT, right? So that's the point. So if and the thing about NFTs is that the community is very aware of things. Once they found out if something is scammy, once they found out something is stolen, you can't escape. No one is gonna buy your NFT. No one is gonna trade your NFT. So why not take the effort to record your audio? You could just go out, record the birds singing, record yourself saying hi. It could be something, right? Producers,
Exactly,
very
exactly.
creative, yeah.
That's what it is. That's what it
So
is.
don't upload copyrighted songs.
Correct.
So okay, so after the minting, right? Do you like depending on how it goes, definitely, would you have a bigger roadmap down the line? Let's say you sold out 10,000 NFTs, okay? What would be the roadmap, or is it are you guys still planning?
So I didn't advertise a roadmap for this project, but in
Mm-hmm.
general, what my main focus for this project will be uh, is to actually fund producers to use the coolest recordings and to build tracks with it. So I've quite some contacts with house music producers from the Netherlands and from abroad. Um, so I'm going to try to to actually let fund people to make tracks with these recordings to show um, the full life cycle. And if there's like um, interesting tracks or interesting things coming out of that, my expectation or my hope is that it will create value for the entire collection. So that's going to be that's going to be step. I mean, that's going to be the majority of my focus. Um, Obviously, we have to create the splitter contract to
Mm-hmm.
redispatch royalties. That's
Mm-hmm.
important. Um, but for now, these are my like most important next step
Yeah.
is to
And
actually make sure that our tracks are being created with the samples, is that producers know that this sample bank exists, that
mm-hmm.
people have recorded interesting or funny or unexpected stuff um, on these NFTs, or they basically created NFTs from these recordings, and that they can be used.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what my focus will be. And I
Yeah.
think the sample bank is also um, the sample bank and the like redispatching of royalties. That is the main utility of this project.
And I think this is very exciting because especially when it comes to NFTs, there's a lot of DJs, there's a lot of producers who are into NFTs like Lau, Steve Aoki, and even Snoop Dogg is like he's a musician, right? But there's a lot of musicians, a lot of DJs into NFTs. So I think definitely there's something that's could blow up on this project. And I just want to say, you guys are like for you, this is very innovative because usually when we look at NFT projects, it's a one-way communication. You pay Ethereum in exchange for an NFT, and that's it. That NFT at that moment represents you if you wanted to, but there is no user input. Like there's no input from
Exactly.
me as a user.
Exactly.
But this is a project where you could record your own unique audio into an NFT and with a chance to also make money from the royalties as well.
Exactly. I mean, you explained it just right, and I have to say that I was super inspired by the JPEG people um, launch.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you saw it. It's I think it's created by a girl named Betty. Super cool
Mm-hmm.
artwork, and they basically said they allowed you through their app to put a small quote of I think about 20 characters or something above
Mm-hmm.
um, the NFT, and your quote would be part of the ultimate NFT that you're mint. And you also had it was also like a rarity lotto, so you had different. Uh, some were rarer than others, um, but actually the fact that there was user input, that users came up with all kinds of cool and funny and weird quotes,
Mm-hmm.
gave a completely new dimension um, uh, to these NFT sets, because it's also the question what is the question that I ask myself is what is going to be more valuable? Is it going to be the rarity, or is it going to be the quality of the user input? So you could say that the rarest recorder that we have is the sticker tungsten. So we have one tungsten stickers that will probably be the rarest, but
Mm-hmm.
it could be that like a like a not very rare recorder with like a unique a piece of art will be much more valuable. So this is also part of the experiment, and I think with the JPEG people, you see that uh, as well. Is that like the ones with the coolest quotes could end up being more valuable than the ones that are actually rare. Um, so I think that's an interesting new dimension.
I think like this is the next phase for NFTs, like interactive NFTs with input from the person who mints it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And this is obviously very, it's still super basic, like simply
Mm-hmm.
add a quote, which will be added to your NFT, or simply record a piece that will be added to your NFT. And I think now it is still, um, yeah, it's sort of in a very simple form. But I expect that user-generated NFTs will definitely evolve.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think the way that users could support this project is go and mint their own NFT, upload the content that they own, like they don't steal it from other people. And before we wrap up the show, is there anything else that you would like to share to the people watching this video?
Yeah, any artists that are watching this video, so if you're an artist or if you're a creative spirit that want to join but you don't have money for gas, um, DM me and I will pay for your gas. So I I want to commit to pay for at least a couple hundred mints. I want to pay the gas for at least a couple hundred mints. Um, So if you would like to join, but you say, okay, gas for me is hard, I can't, or but I do have an Eat wallet and I want to join the project, hit me up and I will make sure that you get your gas fees back.
Wow, that's a very great
I
commitment
mean,
to.
I can do it for a couple hundred people,
Yeah,
not for everyone, but
yeah,
so yeah.
yeah.
I
It
hope
shows.
some artists out there watch this
Yeah,
show and think, okay,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's that's cool. I'll join.
Yeah, I mean, this is wow. You didn't tell me this before, but I think this is a very strong conviction for you because we all know gas could be quite expensive when you talk about 100 NFTs.
Yeah. That's
But yeah,
it.
it further
But I
shows that
mean,
you're not.
I've been 5 years in crypto, and I have to be honest that I'm not a big account, but I mean I'm not a big account on Twitter, but this industry has been um, doing very well for me as well.
Mm.
So I think supporting artists and supporting creativity is also my way of giving something back. And ultimately, it's also important for the most important thing. It's also like let's not be. I don't want to sound too altruistic because
Mm.
ultimately, I need usage for this project.
Yeah.
This experiment only works if people actually try it out.
Mm.
Um, so I happily fund some people. There's a lot of interesting artists on Hick and Noonk, for example, from Tezos.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that a lot of them, not everyone out there, I mean, a lot of them are there because of the low fees. Uh, yeah, I could definitely support a few of them if they want to jump.
Uh, so, Andres, thank you so much for being on the show. For those of you who are watching the video, Andres' Twitter is in the description link below. So if you're an artist, you want to take part in this project, you don't have the money to pay gas fee, just hit him up. And we look forward to see what you could produce or what you can create for this audio sample bank. For those of you who are watching, you like the content, like and subscribe. And Andres, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you as well. It was really cool. And I'll
Thank you.
support the show.
Yep. Is there something you want to add up?
No, I'll definitely support the show.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Bye bye.